Hi booktubers, today I'm here to do a review of the book Bared to You by Sylvia Day. After I finished the 50 Shades trilogy, I was inundated with people recommending this book to me. I can't remember the last time that so many people, like from different backgrounds and whatever, like recommended the same book to me. Yes, there are similarities between the 50 Shades trilogy and this book, but let me just say right off the bat, before I even start talking about it, this book is in a completely different class. It's in a class by itself, and one of the best books that I've read all year. Okay, so Bared to You is about a girl named Eva who, along with her best friend, decides to move from California out to New York City to start a new life for herself. And she gets a job as an assistant at an ad agency, and the ad agency is in a building owned by this man by the name of Gideon Cross. And the two of them enter into this relationship, and much like 50 Shades of Grey, Gideon is described as this very young, very, very rich, very handsome man who is definitely an uber alpha male. And I realize a lot of people don't like those kind of characters. So Sylvia Day, my God, she is such an amazing writer. She knows how to tell one hell of a story. And her book, this book in particular, was a little over 300 pages. It went by really, really quickly. But she was able to fit so much into the book. But yet it didn't feel like, information overload. It felt perfect. The only thing was that at the end, I really wish the book had been longer because I wanted to read more about these characters. I'm just really happy that there's a second book coming out in October, a sequel. So, talking about this book, it's really difficult to not bring up the whole 50 Shades of Grey thing because there are a lot of similarities. I think this book initially was getting a lot of attention because it was similar to 50 Shades of Grey, but hands down, Sylvia Day is one hell of a writer. She can tell an amazing story, and even though I enjoyed the 50 Shades of Grey series, E.L. James is just not that caliber of a storyteller. She's just not. And Sylvia Day just kicked my ass with how amazing this book was. I mean, everything about it was just phenomenal. The character development, the world building, the background stories of the characters. I mean, Eva and Gideon, on the surface, one of the things that I absolutely loved about this book, I'm trying not to give too much away because I'm trying to keep my videos as spoiler-free as possible, but one of the things that I loved about this book was the fact that on the surface, Gideon and Eva both seem perfect. They both have money, they're both very, very attractive, they're confident, or they're seemingly confident, and they have like these great lives. But what you don't know at the beginning is that they both have the same secret, which was that they were both sexually abused when they were younger. And I mean, it's more, you don't really get the information about Gideon, it's implied, and I think it's probably going to be dealt with more in the second book. Whereas Eva tells him about what happened to her. It's not very overt with him, although something happened. He's having these horrendous nightmares, and it's just, words are failing me to just explain how incredibly affecting this story is. I mean, I've never in my life read a book that was just more intense and just overwhelming, and these people just absolutely love each other with every ounce of themselves. They adore each other, and yeah, it's just such an incredible story. And let me tell you guys, if you like romance, this is definitely an adult book, more on the erotica side, but it's not just like mommy porn as people have been calling some of these books. This has a genuine, wonderfully written, incredibly affecting storyline. It's not just a bunch of sex scenes and filler thrown in in between. This is an actual storyline. This is an actually amazing book with a storyline that just also happens to have sex scenes involved. Yes, so you guys, I cannot recommend this book highly enough to you. You need to check this book out. If you liked 50 Shades of Grey, you should read this book. If you hated 50 Shades of Grey, you should read this book. You just should give this book a try. She's an incredible author, and I cannot wait to read more by her. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to say. This video, I understand, was me gushing pretty much, but you know, when I love a book this much, I have to talk about it. So there you go. So as always, you guys, leave me some love. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me whatever. We'll talk to you next time. So happy reading, guys. Love you. Bye.